Hello friends, I welcome you in my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Sirajul Haq Faizi. Today in this video, I am going to talk about greenhouse effect. So, let us start with the greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse? The heat causes the atoms in the Earth's surface to vibrate and radiate heat and infrared radiations. Carbon dioxide and water vapors in air, by absorbing infrared radiations, act as an insulating layer to prevent heat from the escaping. This is often referred to as greenhouse effect. The trapping of heat on the surface of Earth by carbon dioxide and water vapor in the atmosphere is known as greenhouse effect. I repeat, the trapping of heat on the surface of Earth by carbon dioxide and water vapor in the atmosphere is known as greenhouse effect. Global warming. The concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is about 330 ppm, but is known to be increasing. When the level of carbon dioxide increases up to 400 ppm, temperature should rise as much as 1 degree Celsius. The mean global temperature at Earth's surface is about 50 degrees Celsius. Any change in amount of energy absorbed or emitted by Earth could affect our climate. The average global temperature and concentration of carbon dioxide have fluctuates on a cycle of hundreds of thousands of years as Earth positions relative to the Sun have varied. As a result, ice ages have come and gone. Volcanic eruptions emit particles that cool down Earth's surface temporarily. Even nitrocycles also has temporary effect. Carbon dioxide level have increased by more than a third since the Industrial Revolutions. Climate changes are now occurring rapidly. 11 of the 12 hottest years are between 1995 to 2006. So friend, automobiles, pollutants and converters. Automobile engines use hydrocarbon fuel. Fuel have general formula, so means hydrocarbons, so-called octanes. Incomplete burning of fuel release carbon particles, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, water vapor. At high temperature, N2 and O2 combine to form NO2, and carbon particles CO, NO, NO2 all are pollutants. Now production of pollutants. The pollutant produced in the internal combustion engine by use of petrol are CO, NO, NO2. By incomplete combustion of petrol, some CO, unburned carbon particles, CO2, water vapor, some alcohols and acid are produced. When petrol burns in a car engine, a very high temperature is produced. At this temperature, N2 and O2 in air of the engine combine together to form NO, NO2. So friends, control measures. Use of lead tetraethyl or tetraethylate reduces rate of combustions. Complete combustions reduce evolutions of carbon particles in CO. Catalytic converter. Attack to vehicle engine contains platinum based catalyst. Typically complete combustions of carbon particles in CO. Look at this picture, three-way catalyst. Now chemistry of stratosphere. Stratosphere is present 20 to 40 km above the surface of Earth. Ozone is present at the height of 28 km. The concentration of ozone in stratosphere is 10 ppm. Production of O3 and its toxic effect. Friends, some O3 is produced during combustions taking place in air. O3 concentration more than 0.1 ppm is toxic and harmful for human being. Friends, O3 also attack rubber. It is produced in the upper part of the atmosphere by action of sunlight on O2. Look at this, O2 converted into O3. Protective action of O3 layer. Thickest layer of ozone is at a height of 23 km from the surface of Earth. Ozone in this air absorb harmful radiation coming from the sun. If ozone layer in the atmosphere disappears completely, then all the harmful UV radiations coming from the sun would reach the earth, would cause skin cancer in men and animals, and will also damage the plants. Now, sources of destruction of O3 layer. Oxides of nitrogen. Oxide of nitrogen decomposes O3 into O2 and themselves regenerated. These oxide destroys about 70% of O3 found in the stratosphere. Greater the amount of the oxide in the atmosphere, greater is the percentage of O3 which is destroyed. Nuclear test. Nuclear test being conducted in the war generate high temperature. At high temperature atmosphere, nitrogen is favorable oxidized to NO. NO thus formed destroys ozone layer. Chlorofluorocarbon. Chlorofluorocarbons are the carbon chlorofluoromethane like Freon CF and Freon 2. These are used as aerosol spray, propellants, refrigerants, firefighting reagents and solvent for cleaning electronic components. When they enter stratosphere, they absorb UV solar radiations and get broken down into free atomic chlorine. This atomic chlorine decomposes O3 into O2. So how to protect the ozone layer? In order to save the ozone layer, the use of oxides of nitrogen and chlorofluorocarbon should be banned, or some new style of substance should be discovered which may be used an aerosol spray propellants and should not react with O3 layer, so it may be saved. Now, alternatives to chlorofluorocarbons. The first chlorofluorocarbons substitute to be introduced were SCIFC such as CF3, CSCH2, CHF2Cl, compounds that have fewer chlorine atoms than other. CFSC break down more readily in the atmosphere than CIFCs and thus be less likely to reach the stratosphere. Much better substitutes for CIFSCs are hydrofluorocarbon, which contains no chlorine. CF3CH2F has been used successfully as refrigerant and since 1994 has replacement Freon in nearly all car air conditioner. In electronic industries, soapy water followed by rinse and air drying is now used instead of chlorofluorocarbons to clean the microcircuits. So friends, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel and thanks for watching.